person who is not a psychiatrist, is not a psychologist, but just to sort of watch how these people responded to the therapy, that they really had a very dramatic response, and also importantly in a very short period of time. I mean, these were not people who were going through years and years of psychoanalysis trying to figure out how to deal with a particular issue. In a very short period of time, they had these very dramatic effects just clinically, and that in and of itself was very impressive to me. So then, what we're looking at on the imaging is what are the changes, and is there something that's reflected in the brain scans so that we can see what's happening and see if we can understand a little bit more about why the people are responding the way they are. And the main finding that we really had is that these areas of the limbic system, particularly what's called the parahippocampus, which is very involved in our sort of traumatic memories and our negative emotional responses, this was an area that was far more active initially, and then after undergoing the NET program, suddenly didn't really react very much. And I mean, again, these are areas of our brain that are involved in our emotional responses. They tell us when we're upset about things. They let us know that something's important, that we have to pay attention to, that we have to worry about. And they basically were now responding to this same emotional trauma by saying, well, it's kind of the same as everything else that I go through, just hear about in life. So suddenly it was just sort of another part of their life, as opposed to something that was very, very emotionally traumatizing to them. And in many ways, we talk about sort of the brain normalizing itself. And in many ways that is reflected in what these scans looked at, that instead of having this overreaction in these limbic areas of the brain basically said, okay, it's just one of my memories now, and it's not a traumatic memory. I don't have these horrible feelings that come up, and it's reflected in what the brain looked like. So that was very exciting to me, to be able to see that and to be able to have a better understanding as to, okay, this is what's going on in the brain, and this is how it's associated with the clinical changes that we're seeing in the people.